Raving Evangelist, unedited. There's a way that seemeth right to a man, but in the end thereof are the ways of death. I told you I was going to preach on this one. All the verses are intertwined and intertied to their false gospels. That's what the ways of death are. All the false religion, false gospels, false Christs of the world. That's the ways of death. The second death will be not knowing Jesus. When Jesus tells the woman caught in adultery, go and sin no more, lest something greater fall upon you, that greater is the second death. If he doesn't know her and she doesn't know him, by faith and belief, that's the only way you know God. That's the only way he knows you. And he'll say, well done, good and faithful servant. Literally, it's the only way he'll let you into his kingdom is if it's through belief and faith in what Jesus Christ did alone. No works. And when they tell you it's not enough to just believe, that's how they're on the broad road that leads to destruction. And this is literally not the way of Jesus, where Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. The only way to the Father is but through him. Right? This is what it's talking about. It's in Proverbs, I believe, in the Old Testament, where it's saying there's a way that seems right to a man, but in the end thereof are the ways of death. That's what it is. There's only one way to God, through Jesus Christ. If we do not, and again, sorry, going back to the woman caught in adultery again, when he says, go and sin no more, he knows she's sinful flesh. She will sin again. Right? The natural response, and we don't know what it said, it's not written, but who knows how the conversation went. Natural response would be from her to say, Lord, I will sin again. I am sinful flesh. Jesus would say, exactly, believe on me. You know, you don't know how that conversation went. I bet you Jesus talked to her, you know, and I bet you she believed. You know, Jesus always had a way of telling it. It's all about belief, right? And the way, the narrow way, he's the narrow way. Only he did it. Can you guys see this? That's why Jesus says again, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Nobody comes to the Father but through me. So there's a way that seems right to a man, but in the end thereof are the ways of death. It's not the sinning and stuff that we're doing that leads to this physical death. No, there'll be a second death, a spiritual death. You don't know God. You're coming to him with your own works righteousness and your own turning from sins, making him Lord, giving him your heart, turning your life over to him. When he died on the cross for you and he gave his life for you, there's nothing you can give for him. These are the ways of death that will lead you into the second death. You will spend eternity in separation from God because you don't know him through simple faith and belief in what he did. And you'll tell people even a step further, and this is how you test it, guys. They're saying it's not enough to just believe. When they say it's not enough to just believe, they're on that broad road. Jesus says it's many, right, versus the few, right? This is people coming in his name, by the way. And all the people in the world, they're not saved either. They don't believe, right? But people coming in Jesus' name, right? Jesus says, many don't get in and few there be that find eternal life. Because few there be that will just simply believe that Jesus did it all and it's no works. They actually preach the opposite. They say, belief isn't enough, but belief is enough.